threading a SMITCH top and bottom feed walking foot. Okay, this is the machine here. I'm going to tell the machine, let's start with the bobbin case. Tell the machine, put it on the rest. Okay, here's the bobbin case in my hand. This is what the bobbin case looks like. This is how the bobbin looks like. Take the bobbin case, take the bobbin, put it in the bobbin case like this. Turn it, take your thread from your bobbin, put it in the slit, and then pull it to the left. This point that you see here needs to come in here, in no other way. If it doesn't go in here, that means this whole hook is out of position. So make sure it's in here, it's locked in here, and this hole is here. So you take your bobbin case, your needle needs to be up, you put your bobbin case there and you press it so it will click. You take your thread, put it down. Let's drop the machine here. Okay, this is your bobbin. We'll thread the machine now, but I just want to show you how to fill the bobbin as well, right? So the bobbin, to wind the bobbin is here on top. So let's take the thread, put it in here. Alright, you got a guide here, put it in this tension guide here, in between these two tension discs here. Make sure your thread is inside, and then in here. Then you take your thread and you turn it a few times, right? Then you engage the bobbin winder by pressing here. Then just make sure that it winds, right? So now it's winding. When the thread touches the bobbin winder, it's gonna disengage, right? So now threading the machine, we'll move on to threading the machine now. Take your thread, put it in the cotton stain guide. Put it in the cotton stain guide here. We have 3 guides here. Put it in the first one. Then you pull it back. Put it in the second one. You pull it back, and then in the third one. Or you can put it in any other way as long as your thread is free. Then you come down here. You put it in the first guide that's on top. Then you pull it back in the second one. Take your thread all the way up in between the two tension disc guides here. Then you take your thread, you put it in this guide. Now when you're threading your machine, your foot needs to be lifted up so your tension becomes loose here. This tension does become loose. So when it's lifted up, your tension disc will become loose. You take your thread, put it in between the two tension discs, and you can take your tip of your finger just to make sure that it goes in nicely. If it's not in nicely, then your tension at the bottom will not be right. Then you take your thread over the spring underneath the guide here, in this guide that's here. Take your thread in your take up lever, then you come down in this guide that you see here. Then you got another guide here that's on your needle bar. Then from left to right, you put your cotton in the needle. Then you hold your thread in your hand, and then as you can see, the arrow is here, so your machine only turns in one direction. You turn it once, a whole way around, while you're holding your thread lightly, and it should pick up your thread. Okay, I think that's about it on the threading. Let's just run the machine, right? Now you take your fabric, put your foot down, right? And then you can run your machine. We've installed a servo motor on this machine. That's why you hear that it's silent. The servo motor is a SMITCH servo motor. You can adjust the speed, right? You can make it extremely slow. The lowest speed being 200 RPM. So let me show you what it does at 200 RPM. You press your foot. You can press it. My foot is flat down, and this is the max speed that it's going. Alright, you can adjust the stitch length here. It goes up to max 8 millimeters. This is your reverse lever, right? So this here will reduce the size of your stitch. Then if you want to reverse stitch, then you just press this down, and it will go back. Right. Another thing here, this here is the oil window that you see on this machine. Right. So I'm gonna just lift the machine up again. Let's look. If you look here, there's a machine rest that's at the back. So I'm gonna take the machine, put it on the rest. As you see here, this is your oil sump. There's the there's the oil pump, so it's auto lubrication, right? So you got a low and high mark here. Your oil needs to be in between these marks here, right? And then as you're running your machine, the oil will start pumping, and you'll be able to see it in the oil window. But if you're using a servo motor, your speed needs to be it needs to be up to a certain speed for you to see it, for it to pump nicely. So now increase the speed, right? And so that's about it.